Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see by the title, today's video is another Subbie Sunday, y'all. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below, because we almost to 80k. We at 79k, and after 80 is 85, then 90, then 95, then 100, then my party. Also don't forget to follow me on social media. On my Instagram, Vivalayoshii, Twitter, LifeWithSymone with 2 E's, and TikTok, LifeWithSymone with 1 E. Elephant in the room, still taking my nails off. If y'all see my other videos, I know y'all probably like, girl, how fucking long is it gonna take you? They gonna be off by this when y'all see this video, because I'm gonna be at a day party, so they can't be on there. Alright, so let's get straight into this video, okay? So this time, usually I start from the bottom and go up, but today I want to do it a little different, and I'm just gonna pick random ones. But I'm gonna get through all these emails, of course, y'all. That's why I'm consistent, because right now we had 238 emails. If you would like to send your story, you already know where to send it to, down below at oops, hold on, y'all. Alright, you guys, so let's get back into this video. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and go randomly and find somebody. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. If you want to submit your story, submit it to Symonestorytimes at yahoo.com. Don't send it anywhere else. Do not send it to my DM, because I'm not gonna read it. Don't send it to my business emails, because I'm gonna just delete it, because that ain't where it go. All right, so let's get straight into it. So y'all coming through with these titles. Y'all are coming through with these titles, is what's making me like, okay, let me click this. So let me go ahead and click this video. When I was scrolling, I seen this and I said, oh, I need to go ahead and read this. So it says, how I found out my sneaky link gave me the clap, plus it's on the download Storytime. Girl, let's go ahead and read this. That title had pulled me in. So it says, hey girl, I hope this gets to you. So it says, hey girl, I hope this gets to you. I had to use my burner because I'm paranoid. You good, girl. I'm going to always leave y'all anonymous, because I would never. But anyway, let's go. Anyways, let's get straight into the story. I'm sorry it's a long story, but it's worth it. So boom, I'm horny as fuck, and it's been a year since I got some dick. I lost my virginity to my first boyfriend, and we broke up, and I was down bad and decided to focus on myself for a year. I decided to hit this boy up I used to fuck with. Let's call him K. Now, me and Kay obviously never really fucked, but we did have oral sex. I knew it was hidden. I decided to hit up Kay and spin the block and maybe see what the dick was like, since I wasn't afraid anymore. Long story short, me and Kay started fucking. The head was soul snatching, just as I remember, and he performed well in bed. I'm talking different positions. He used to could go around, and he had stamina. Okay. So I see why you kept fucking with Kay. Let's see. The fucked up part about it is, even though it felt so good, I couldn't come unless I thought about my ex. It wasn't instant. Oh, dang, that's ooh. That would kill a whole man's ego if he knew that. I felt bad, but at the same time I didn't, because we both was using each other for the same thing to get a nut off. So this was going on for maybe 2 months when I decided to go get tested. Keep in mind, me and my ex were fucking raw, and I got tested and everything came back negative, so I knew I was good. K is my second body. I tell him that I want to get tested because it's standard routine when you're fucking, I feel like. That is true. So make sure y'all are getting tested, because you cannot trust people, period. I'm not even just going to say men, but with women too, you can't trust people. You got to make sure y'all coming with receipts, shit. I feel like when you pull up to the party, y'all know what I mean, these going to be a sneaky link. I feel like, or when you meet people and y'all decide y'all going to, be sexually active, I feel like it shouldn't be a problem for people to come with, results. It really shouldn't be a problem. Okay. He agrees and says we should go together. So I find a place, and I ended up not being able to go in the same day as him, so I went the day later. I'm thinking everything is good. I had no symptoms, no pain, no discharge, no smell, etc. Mind you, me and Kay were not using protection. I was being a dumb bitch, and I thought I could trust him. A week later, I get a call from the clinic, and I answer, and they tell me I have chlamydia. My mouth dropped. I was in shock. I couldn't breathe and basically had a panic attack. I barely got a chance to even be a hoe or have a hoe phase, and this is what happens to me. I scheduled to go get my antibiotics. I called my therapist to set up a session because I knew my mental health wasn't in the best place, and I immediately called Kay. The first thing I asked him was, did you get your results back? His energy felt different. He said, no, why? You scaring me. He know damn well he got the results back. That's one thing too, like, people be, why is you lying? Like, just be fucking real. Okay. I didn't know if I should cuss him out or if I should take a wait. I didn't know if I should cuss him out or how to break it to him. But basically I said, so yeah, they called me and told me my test came back positive for, y'all know. I got tested with my ex, and you're the only person I've been with. So, mind you, before we had sex, he told me about how he was working on himself, going to therapy, journaling, and was celibate for over a year. Girl, he literally sat there and started crying like the bitch he is. He said, remember how I said you were the only person I was fucking at that, and that I was celibate until you? And I'm just sitting here with the straightest face. He tells me that he was lying the whole time. I don't know why people be trying to lie, make seem like they just holier than thou when they know damn well they're the devil's daughter in a fucking freakum dress. Well, in his case, the devil's son. And whatever, I don't know. Then this nigga goes into detail like that one DMX song, LaShonda, Shanika, y'all, Quandra, Letitia, Felicia. Just going down the whole list of bitches he was fucking. Wow. I was so stressed out and in shock, I didn't know what to say. He then said he thought he was being safe because he used a condom, and I was just thinking, what the fuck? Why did you lie? It's not like I would have been mad. You're not my only nigga, but at the same time, what the fuck? And he said because I look so good, and he didn't want to basically lose his chance to fuck with me. I told him that I didn't hate him, and I feel like it's my fault as much as it was, but because we both should have been careful in using protection. It takes two people to tango, even though he lied. I shouldn't have been fucking my sneaky link raw. He then tells me there's more. There is more. At this part, my heart would have dropped. I would have been like, bro, what the fuck? So I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, she said that. So I'm sitting here thinking like, what the fuck he tells me when he went to Vegas that he got on a dating app to link with bitches. He tells me that he was talking to a girl who was throwing a party, and when he walked in, there were no girls, there were only guys. And they said that the girls went to the store to go get drinks. No nigga, and hold on. No nigga, and no nigga in their right mind would believe that. He clearly is lying, but I'm still listening. He tells me he decided to chill with the guys until the girls came back. He tells me that he started partying with them and how the girls never showed up. He tells me he passed out, and when he woke up, his booty hole was sore and bleeding, and that Las Vegas, what? And that the police was involved, basically suggesting foul play. I knew he was full of shit and lying, and he was out there getting his booty clapped. What makes it worse is that after the whole situation supposedly happened in Vegas, he came back and fucked me. So if a person was truly raw dogging, so if a person was truly, she said, took advantage of, but the other word, what in their right mind would make you come back home and fuck they sneaky link raw at that? Right? Like, if that was the case, why you wouldn't go get tested? And then at that case, why would you? Never mind. I tell him that if it happened, I'm truly sorry. I don't believe him because he's full of lies. He tells me he's stressed out and that he needed to. Okay. I'm sorry. It threw me off guard. Let me go ahead and go back. I tell him that if it happened, I'm truly sorry, and I don't believe him because he's full of lies. He tells me that he's stressed out and that he needs to masturbate to clear his mind. I kid you not. What the fuck? That's why I was thrown for a loop, because I'm like, huh? I'm thinking, what the fuck? Maybe he's a sex addict. I don't know. He was freaking me out at this point. Who knows what/who he was fucking. I went to get the antibiotics without insurance because I'm still under my parents and I didn't want them to find out. And I took a Plan B pregnancy test. Thank God everything came back negative. I went and did a follow-up and got tested for everything else, and it came back negative a couple of months later. I also found out later down the line he tried to link with one of my friends from college, which is a gay male sexually, which later confirmed my thoughts. Not sure what he got going on. I'm so traumatized. I still haven't had sex. I learned to get tested with the person before y'all start fucking and protect myself. I hate condoms. They take the feeling away. So I'll just wait until I'm in a committed relationship to have sex. At the same time, you can't trust these niggas even then. I might have to just stick to a rose. Thanks for sharing. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. For him to come up after he said he had to masturbate to clear his mind. But no, seriously, it's like, what is wrong with you, sir? Like, what the fuck? That is crazy, sis. I'm happy that you did learn your lesson. I'm happy that that whatever, I mean, it's a very unfortunate situation, but I'm happy that it wasn't nothing too serious and that you were able to cure it and, you know, learn your lesson. Like I said, I really feel like if you are going to be, we're grown, you know, so if a person does have an issue, I feel like if the person have an issue with coming with STD results and y'all about to start doing stuff and you want to be sure, like before, I feel like if they have an issue, then that should already be a red flag, because it's like, what are you afraid of? Like, and then that should already be a red flag too, because it's like, are you afraid to go to the doctor? Like, when the last time you went? Like, you know, I don't know, it's just too much. But thank you so much for sharing, sis. Yeah, you gotta be careful out there, because people will really lie, and there's so many people who just don't even assume, because they'll just be like, oh, this person looks clean, they look clean, like, so they assume like, that's fine. And you know, a lot of times men do not have symptoms with stuff, so they do not never think to go to the doctor or go get tested, because men a lot of times don't have symptoms, so they'll just be like, oh well, and just go do the next bitch and just assume one of them gonna tell me. Like, if it is, I don't know what they think, I'm not a man, but not all men are like that. So, you know, there are good ones out there. And even with women, there's some women out there that knows it's something wrong with them, and instead of going, they just feel like, if somebody did it to me, I'm gonna do it to y'all. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy. I just feel like everybody be careful, stay safe, because you just never know. Y'all, so I found a story. Y'all told me in the comments what to do about my whole lighting thing, and I completely forgot. And now that I'm recording now, I don't want to stop, so I'm gonna do it next time. I'm gonna do it next time, I promise. But y'all, so this is the story. So remember, it was 2 stories that she sent in, and her name was Bubbles in the story, and her baby daddy name was Money. And remember, and then Money had a baby with Carson, his homeboys, supposed to be baby mama. Remember, and they was at the mall. Y'all remember, if you remember if y'all remember the stories, you remember. And this is another one that she sent, and it says, How I Met Money. And I'm mad I'm super late, because I would have read this long time ago, because y'all was in love with her stories and I was too. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it say, hey Symone girl, so this story time is about how I met Money. It was summer of 08 and the end of June. July 9th is my birthday, so summer is my favorite season. I was in the 10th grade. I went to a small charter school. Was supposed to go to Washington, but nah, I knew everybody. I wanted something different. Me and my best friend applied to the charter school that had a lottery, and I got accepted. I had boyfriends here and there, but we never did anything sexual. I was a virgin till I was 17 or 18. Money had about 9 sisters and brothers. Everybody in the neighborhood knew them because they was bad as fuck. So we lived up the street from them, but I never came outside because I was always going with my friends, or I would be in my room vibing to music. So I knew Money little brother and sisters because they played with my brothers. One day, everybody was outside getting wet, and my brother called me outside, dumped water on me, so my best friend ran outside like, why you do that, punk? Start chasing him. So we all outside playing. Money is walking past, and I'm wetting his little brother. His little brother gonna be called Love. He was such a beautiful soul. So Love like, hey Money, come here. Bubbles, I'm gonna call myself Bubbles because that's what they called me in school, because I got big ass eyes. So Love was like, Money, come here. Bubbles want you. I'm like, ew, what the fuck? No, I don't. He keep walking. As I mentioned before, Money been in and out of juvenile his whole life, so he was the weird kid. He didn't play. He was serious, and he was always focused on money. Hence why we call him Money. My best friend and I would run across the street from my house over to the island, across the street to these boys' house we used to talk to. And if you're at Money's house, you could see the whole main street of Vermont from his porch and everything that goes on. So Money and his friends would be sitting on his porch. Some of them friends was my brothers. So I guess one day Money asked my brothers, hey, why your sister always going across the street? And my brothers was like, I don't know, nigga. Maybe she got friends over there. But Money was like, nah, maybe she got a nigga over there, LOL. So my brothers came and asked me one day, but I told them it was none of their business. I used to go over there because I had a friend who was a boy who me and my best friend used to go visit. I'm going to give him a name because he was a well-known gangbanger. I'm going to call him Midnight. And she put a heart eyes. So Midnight and I knew each other from middle school, play days. He was cool, but he would always lie to me. Like, I always got the vibe that him and his cousins gangbang, but he would just say they didn't. Which I don't care because I wasn't going to judge him. But it was just for our safety, so I left it alone. So me and my best friend and one of their friends, Tina, would go to the apartment across the island every day after school. We just thought it was so cool that they had their own spot. When we'd go, we'd get off the 204 on Vermont, a stop ahead of his house, because the next stop was across the street from my house, and my mom was seeing I was out of school but going somewhere else, and it would have been bad. Midnight was older than me, like 2 years, so he knew I was a virgin, and a lot of our time together, he would not pressure but ask me when I would be ready to take it there. And I will always tell him, no, I'm not ready, no. One day, it was around evening time, and we had just came back from school. I had dance practice, so it was around 5 o'clock. This day was the last day of school for summer. Me and my best friend and Tina walked upstairs, knocked on the door. Midnight answered. He let us in. My best friend would go sit and talk to his cousin. We would go chill in his room, and our friend Tina was like a tomboy because she was in foster care, but that's a whole nother story. She would shoot dice and smoke with all the niggas in the kitchen. Y'all, they house was like a kicking spot. They smoked in the living room and in the kitchen. They shot dice, made bets, and it was like loud as fuck, a lot of niggas in there. So I tell my best friend and them, like, y'all good? I'ma go in here. They like, yeah. So I go in and we laying down talking, and it's mostly like what you do today at school. And I'm telling him about the whole school, and he just laughing like, man, you stay on your shit. Keep up the good work. And I'm like, I am. All of a sudden we hear a loud ass boom, like a bomb went off. And then we hear gunshots. Girl, my mind started to spaz. So he jump up and I jump up and go towards the door, but he snatched me and throw me like a rag doll toward the closet and tell me to go in it, and I'm in it peeking, but I hear like niggas screaming, everybody screaming, and all I could think about is my friends like, oh my fucking god. So he go under the mattress, grab a gun, and leave out. So I hear the ambulance and paramedics coming, and that's crazy because y'all hear it in my background too, coming. So my best friend texts, so my heart stopped. She like, bitch, you good? I'm like shaking and just staring at the phone like, yeah, what happened? She like, some nigga kicked in the door and start shooting. What? That is so scary. Oh my god. Okay. Midnight cousin is shot like 6 times. I'm like, oh my god, where's Tina? Where's Tina? She like, we in the bathroom, girl. It was like they was after him because they kicked in the door, opened, looked around, and aimed at him. Remember when I said Money House set on the main street across from Midnight House, bro? I'm getting all type of texts and calls from my mama and dad and my brothers, and all I was doing was crying like, I gotta get out of here. Midnight was pissed. He didn't say shit to me, but in my head, I'm like, I'm sorry about your cousin, but nigga, I've been asking you for days. The police got there and questioned all of us and searched the house. I'm shaking and I'm like, I don't know nothing. I'm just a friend here visiting. My mom and brothers and Money came over, like my sister in there. So they like, once we done asking questions, she could go. Oh my god, that is so scary. That's scary. Oh my god, I would have been messed up for days. All right. My dad come, like, she a minor, so she done. They let us go. I look back, seeing them handcuffing Midnight. When I say they had shit in that house, they had loads in that house that I didn't even know about. I'm just shaking like, oh my god, God was with us for sure. Yes, he was, because that could have went left. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Okay, let me finish. When I got home, yeah, I got the shit slapped out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I was mad. My mama was like, y'all little fast ass little bitches, and going off. She tell my best friend, call your mom, hand me the phone. So she called her, and my mom talking to her mom. She on her way going off in Spanish because her mom is Hispanic, dad is black. We was in trouble. This summer, I wasn't going to Six Flags at all. So the next day, I called Midnight, no answer. Everybody in the neighborhood talking about what happened, etc. Not going to talk about it because hood politics, but so my mom said I couldn't go anywhere for my birthday. I had to stay home. It was next week. One evening, you know how parents be mad at you, but to break the silence, they ask you, do you want some food or do you want to come with me? My mom wanted me to walk to the liquor land with her. And as we're walking, we see Money being hemmed up by the police. My mom was like, ain't that love, brother? I said, yeah, he looking at us, and I'm trying not to look, but we was walking past. So my mom talking like, yeah, that's a damn shame. So I'm just thinking like, damn, I hope they let him go so we get home or whatever. And my mom was like, I hope you don't call your little fast ass liking his ass, girl. I'm like, no, why you say that? She like, I seen y'all staring at each other. And I'm like, whatever. That day is over with. So the next day, everybody at my house outside just chilling, listening to music. And this is when that T-Pain and Lil Wayne, ooh, I can't believe it song came out. Have y'all ever like had the most fun in summer? Like all the neighborhood kids come out and everybody having fun. That's how our block was. And everybody knew my brothers, so we had fun. So Money and his best friend or homie or whatever they wanted to call themselves, Carson, who was a Hispanic who acted black, pulled up in a car banging that song, T-Pain and Lil Wayne. I can't believe it. And everybody was outside dancing, and he had beats, so it was loud. And I came outside to tell my brothers. My mom said to stay in the gate. Have my body out the door, looked up and seen Carson big ass smile like, hey, what's up? And Money just staring, and I smiled and went back in. When I went back in, I peeked through the window and heard Carson like, damn, what's up with your sister, to my brother. And he like, I don't know, man, ask Money. Ooh, your brother already knew, because Money probably was like, that's me. My brothers was younger than me, so they used to just be like, I don't know, I don't care. Oh, my brothers was younger than me, so they used to just be like, I don't care. I went back in the house to clean up, but as I was cleaning, my window was open, and I could hear Money and Carson talking to my brothers about them hitting this lick. They got big time money, and they was flashing and yelling. So I'm listening like, oh, that's what he be doing. I'm thinking to myself. So it hits about 7 or 8. And when it used to get dark, I used to sit on the porch and talk on the phone because the summer breeze would feel so bomb. I know exactly what you mean. So I'm on the phone with my best friend like, oh my God, see if your mom could let you come over this week, because the weekend was about to be over with. She like, girl, shake my head. I'm not even supposed to be on the phone. You asked her for... I'm like, girl, I'm not even supposed to be on the phone. You asked her for me. And I'm like, I'm scared. Hell nah. She like, please, ho. She not gonna say no to you. I'm like, okay. I'm like, girl, okay. I gotta prepare myself for tomorrow. She like, all right. I hang up and I'm just sitting on MySpace looking for a song to put on my page. I find Beautiful You Are by Marcus Houston. Oh my God, that used to be my song. Beautiful You Are, you mean the world to me more than anything. Baby, I promise the world to you. I put it on my page and I'm organizing my pictures. Guess who pulls up? Carson and Money. So I'm pretending like I'm on the phone, and they pull into the fish market, which is right in front of my house by the gate. So I look up, look down. Carson like, damn, like that? He like, you all into your sidekick. Which one is that? I said, it's the Dwayne Wade edition. He said, you like basketball? I said, no, it's the one I got until I passed the Casey exam. Then my brother gonna buy me the sidekick with the mirror in the back. They started laughing. I said, what's funny? He said, nothing. So Carson was like, all right, I gotta take Money home so I could go. Money said, let me out right here. He said, nigga, your house down the street. So he said, nigga, bye. Carson started laughing and drove off, and Money got out the car, walked around to the front gate, opened it, walked in and sat on the porch. Bitch, my heart was pounding. I don't know why my hand was sweaty as fuck, but at this point, I'm searching for shit to do on my phone. That's so funny. FYI, I had never tongue kissed before because I thought it was the most disgusting thing in the world. He sat by me and was like, damn, was that your boyfriend who got shot? I looked up like, what? He said, the nigga you used to run across the street for. Oh, he is just too nosy. All right, let's see. I said, wait, how you know? He said, man, I've been watching you go across there, and I always tell your brother she got a nigga over there. But I'm gonna take her, and they'll be laughing like, yeah, right, nigga. I started laughing like, what makes you so sure? LOL. He like, cause I definitely wouldn't have you in no situation like that. He like, yeah, them niggas was from such and such, and they enemies been watching them. I'm just like, what the fuck? It all makes sense now, because the words they used to use and what they used to throw up, like, okay, I get it now. I've been putting myself in danger. He like, that could have easily been one of y'all. What if one of y'all would have got hit or something, but being at the wrong place at the wrong time? I couldn't even say nothing. I just sat there. Eventually I looked up and said, he wasn't my boyfriend. We was just cool, and I never did anything with him. We was just good friends. We gonna say, what, you never did nothing with him? Yeah, right. I said, I haven't. I'm a virgin. I don't do stuff like that. He said, why not? I said, because I want to marry the person I lose my virginity to. It always feel like that, and then life just changed. He said, and you think that's how it works? And I said, that's how it's going to work for me, and I'm only getting married once, and I'm not going to be nobody baby mama. He started laughing, but seeing the attitude coming out my face. He then said, you real different. I sat there. He was like, why you sitting out here? Because it's fresh. Give me time to think. Look at the stars. Hey, do you notice we don't have stars now? We grown. When I was younger, we had the stars, but anyways, no, that's true. He said, okay, well, you should go in the house now. Y'all, we started talking about for 2 hours. I said, why? It was almost 12. As soon as he said that, my mama opened the door, and we both looked back and seen her ass standing there. And I was like, all right. He walked out the gate, and I went in. My mom was like, y'all, why all night I thought about him and where he was going. Like, oh my God, I was so worried about his safety, because my brothers was telling me about how he'll wander around at night stealing shit. Oh, he was doing the most. It's crazy, because it's like when you first meet them, it'd be like magical, but then it'd be like, He always looked tired. The next day he came, it was my birthday, and everybody was running around buying me stuff. Well, my dad and brothers. The whole neighborhood knew every year my dad would rent a party bus and we'll go to Six Flags. I was telling my neighbors, like, not this year. And so I had some rundowns to do. So I called my best friend. Mom, and asked if her daughter could go with me and get my hair done and stuff. And she said, only if your mom or dad is going to be there. I'm like, yeah, my dad is going to take us. So she said, yeah. Me and my dad went to go pick her up. Me and my dad went to go pick up my best friend. And he dropped us off at the shop on Vermont and Manchester, College Beauty. I got my hair pressed with some flat twisties, and we went to the Slauson to get some stuff. We went to Plaza Mexico, got some stuff, LOL, came back to the house, got dressed. We went out to eat that night to Red Lobster, and when we came back, my mom was like, here, love, brother left this on the door for you. I'm like, money, what the fuck? What was in this huge ass card that said, happy birthday, Bubbles, from Money? And some nice ass cursive writing with $150 in it. My little heart melted. Oh my God, I ain't never felt like this. I really wasn't worried about the money, but I'm a sucker for cars and homemade shit. Like, I'm not very materialistic. I love gifts from the heart. So I was all happy in my closet, just sitting there staring at the car like, oh my God. I put on the music and started listening to Like You by Bow Wow, Sierra, and then Jagged Edge, Promise. I was looking out the window like, what the fuck is he gonna come see me? So I was looking out the window like, what the fuck is he gonna come see me? I got it. What the fuck? I was so sad I didn't see him all day. So the next day, July 10th, I didn't see him and he didn't come by. July 11th, didn't see him. He didn't come by. So July 12th, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I always see him walking by the house. So each night I'm sitting on the steps till like 12 a.m. waiting to see him like a puppy. No luck. So I asked my brother July 13th, what y'all doing? They looking at me weird. I don't hang with them and don't be interested, LOL. They like, you weird. I'm like, what y'all about to do? They like, go to the blank house, which is the house. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna come. So they really looking like, bitch, what? So they like, for what? I'm like, cause I'm bored. So we walk down there and I'm like, so where Money? And they like, don't you know that nigga be moving around? He never stay in one spot. I walked back home because I started to feel weird and dumb. I'm sitting in the house just listening to music. It get like 8 or 9 and I hear a car with beat play. The intro to the Can't Believe It. That was that boy's song. She made me feel so good. I look out the window. It's Carson and Money getting out of his car. I must have went to the bathroom, spruced up, threw on my apple bottle velour sweatsuit, came outside, sat on the porch, Carson smiling and pulled off. I'm like, where you been? He laughing like, huh? I'm like, huh? I'm sorry, my bad. Thank you. But where have you been? He like, I've been getting money. I'm like, oh, I wanted to say thank you. You write so neat. Like my sister wrote that for me. He like, my sister wrote that for me. I'm like, to get somebody a card in a gift period for their birthday and you don't know them, this is sweet. He said, oh, really? I said, yeah, why you give me a card? And he was like, because you special, you different. I'm like, how do you know that I'm different? You just started talking to me because you come past all the time and don't say shit. He said, yeah, that's the point. I observe. I never see you outside. It's very rare when I talk to your brothers, I hear them talking about you being in tutor and dance honor roll. I never really see you out hanging with niggas or being in niggas' face. When you was in school, you come home, do homework, and be in the house. I just sat there and looked down like, oh my God, my heart was fluttering. Fast forward, this night we sat on the porch till 12 a.m. and talked. Our first kiss happened and it was a tongue kiss, and girl, it wasn't bad at all. By the way, Carson name is Cruisin'. Oh, like the Cruisin' where the car race happened. Oh, because I keep calling him Carson, so Cruisin'. His name is Cruisin'. Okay, because that's what boys used to do all the time, is go cruising. I'm stupid, y'all. I don't know why the hell it's really spelled like that. I'm over here calling this boy cursing. Cruising. But it'll be more about him if I do write stories and submit them. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, girl. I'm so sad that I'm late, but that's crazy how the whole situation even happened with the shootout at the house. That is super crazy. I still can't get over that part because that's scary as hell. And at that point, I probably wouldn't even want to go to nobody's house ever again for like a long ass time. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Let me go ahead and get into the next story. All right, so this is the next one. So this is how I'm realizing I'm gonna do like 2 from the bottom and then like 2 randoms. So these ones is gonna be in order now. So it says story time about me and my messy ass boyfriend and my even messier ex best friend. Let's see. So it said, this story is about how I broke up with my grown boyfriend and my messy ass best friend, ex-best friend. It's kind of long, but it's entertaining as fuck, I promise. So I was about 13 years old when this happened. I met this guy on Facebook through a post that a friend had made, and then I had got bold and decided to message him privately. Let's call him Lips. And he was 17. That's already a red flag on his end, because, well, let's see, did he know he was 13? But either way, red flag, because what in the hell would a 17-year-old want with a 13-year-old? Okay. So me and Lips was talking on Facebook for a little bit, then we exchanged numbers. Our conversation was good and fun, and we had expressed that we had crushes on each other, but they did get a bit freaky, especially for a 13-year-old. For example, I asked him what he wanted to talk about, and he said, me and you, and sex. The message was written exactly like that. Long story short, my mom looked through my phone one night, and the next day she took my phone away from me before I went to school, and I came home to my mom and dad, who are divorced, holding my phone in their hands, going through a message between me and him, and they saw a message the message I mentioned earlier. And a lot more freaky messages between us. Ooh. My dad had called him using my phone and threatened to call the cops on him for talking to a 13-year-old about sex and stuff. Okay, yeah, that's good your parents stepped in, because, boy, okay. They took my phone away for good and told me I could never speak to him again. But that didn't stop me. You know, when you're a kid, you don't listen. You really don't. You really got to learn as you go. Basically, we started messaging on email and MSN Live, LOL. That's how long ago this was. So we did this for a few months, and I was telling my good friend, let's call her Amanda, about everything happened between me and Lips. At this point, he was the love of my life. He asked me to be his girl. His girl! Lips clearly was strange. Because what the hell? He's 17. Okay, anyway. Alright, let's finish. Alright, where was I? At some point, he asked me to be his girl at some point during all of this time, and me and him in my head were exclusive since from then on. He would call me baby and baby girl. A couple of months later, Amanda ended up getting a phone, and she offered to let me use her phone while at school to message my man. I was so happy about it. So as we did this, I would delete my messages between me and him at the end of the day, just because sometimes you just can't trust people, period. Here's where it goes downhill. So one day I was using Amanda's phone, and my school ended around 3:30. So when we were in our last class, I told him that I would talk to him on email when I got home, and I proceeded to delete our messages like normal until I saw a message that was sent to his phone around 11:30 at night. I asked Amanda who sent this message, and then confessed that his younger brother, who also went to our school, my boyfriend, was a smart guy and skipped a grade, so he was in community college at that time. He probably was older than 17. Alright. Anyway, had messaged Lips using her phone. Wait. Let me go back. Okay, so we go back. Let's go back. I asked Amanda who sent this message, and she confessed his younger brother that also went to our school had messaged Lips using her phone, and that she, Amanda, wrote his number down and decided to message him. What? So in shorter terms, my best friend was talking to my boyfriend at night. She then said that she felt bad that she went behind my back to talk to him. I was shocked, but I didn't want to blow it out of proportion. So my dumbass told her she could talk to him as long as they remained friends. Big no, sis. But she said, we live and learn. At this time, I was very shy. And I did like the sound of... at this time, I was very shy and I didn't like the sound of my voice. So I never spoke to my boyfriend over the phone. We just texted. A few days go by and Amanda tells me that she spoke on the phone with my boyfriend for hours one night. And then admits to me that she has a crush on him. Amanda, I would have just socked her out right there. I was pissed off at both of them, but soon calmed down because she said that they were only friends, and she told him that he told her that he didn't want her, claiming that they were just friends. So I forgave both of them and continued to be her friend and his girlfriend. So the school year's ended. Me and Lips was planning things to do, but when I would tell Amanda, she would tell me that he was planning the same things with her, which made me mad. And then I told her to stop talking to him. She got mad at me, saying that I shouldn't be so mad about it all happening since he and her were just friends, and that he tells her that he loves me. Oh, he was a predator. He was trying to groom y'all. Okay, let me finish. The straw The last straw was when me and him were talking about how he was going to come to my school to see me the next week. I believe this was a Friday, and I was excited, so I told Amanda, and she told me that she didn't know why he would tell me that when he was leaving for a month-long vacation later on that same day. So I asked her what she meant, and she told me that Lips told her that he's going on a month-long vacation and that he was at the barbershop getting a haircut before heading to the airport, and not to tell me about it. I was so mad, and at this point, he started replying slower and slower. When she told me about him going on vacation, I texted him asking what he was doing, and he replied a little while later saying that he was finishing up at the barbershop. I asked him why he was at the barbershop, and he didn't reply. I then double texted him asking him where he was, and he replied telling me he was at the airport. And then I cussed him out. Telling him he's an asshole for telling Amanda his plans before me, giving me false hope and seeing him, and how he should never speak to me again, and that since he was more interested in Amanda that she could have him. He tried to call me, but I didn't pick up, and then I told Amanda that she was a bad friend and never talked to me again, and we were never friends after that. So I broke up with him and stopped being friends with Amanda. Plot twist. It says, a few months later, Lips messaged me on email apologizing for what he did, and I told him that he had hurt me deeply, especially since he was my boyfriend. This nigga had the audacity to ask me what I was talking about, saying that he was never really my boyfriend and that he just liked me a little bit but didn't consider me his girlfriend. He then proceeds to tell me that he had gone on vacation because he had gotten this other girl my age pregnant, and that his uncle sent him away so he wouldn't get in trouble with the girl's parents because they had threatened to call the cops on him. I then told him to never speak to me again and that he should go fuck himself. I blocked him on everything. That's the story. I hope it was entertaining. That is crazy. This man, I hope he's in jail. This is a sicko. Like, I really hope that he is in jail because it didn't stop there. I'm pretty sure he probably was way older than 17 at that. He probably was not. He probably lied and said he graduated early. He probably really was way older than 17 in college, preying on little girls, and it is so sad, y'all. Let me just tell y'all, if you're young out there, I mean, I'm not judging you, boo, because of course we live and we learn, and you can't go back to the past because, like, I got some stories to tell too, but anyway, y'all, but now if you're watching this and you're younger, I just want to say, do not fall for it. It is nothing that a grown man is going to see in a child. I promise you. He's just trying to groom you. They want to take advantage. They can't get with a woman their own age because they know that they're not going to I don't know, they're just sick because it is nothing normal about that. They're going to lie and be like, you act older than your age. That's their favorite line. It's like when they go to sicko school, like, it's like they all go to a school and they teach them to say, dang, okay. When they go to this, it's like they teach them to say, you're older for your age. You're mature for your age. You're different than the other girls. That's why I like you. Usually I don't talk to girls your age, but it's something different about you. You're special. Like, don't fall for none of that because it's like they all say it. They all got the same lines. Don't fall for it. They're sick. They're nasty. And they've already experienced so much in life. So don't let them, no. Date somebody your age. And if y'all all are of age, like, you know, grown but still, that's so sick. I hope he's in real jail like right now because that's gross. And he probably went to that new city and did the same thing. Like, how you getting fresh to go on the run to go do the same thing in a new state? Because that's what he gonna go do, go date other little girls. All right, thank you so much for sharing, sis. Let's get into the next story. So I'm gonna do this one, then one more, and then we gonna wrap it up. All right, so it says, hey girl, I love your story time all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you. I loved it. Okay, so it says, so it says, so I've known this guy for a few years. We went to elementary school together. He liked me, but I didn't pay him attention because the feeling was not mutual, and plus we was mad young, LOL. So fast forward to July of 2021, and she put the rolling eyes emoji. I finally decided to entertain him. I'm the flop queen. We've been texting and he always wanted to link, but I really didn't want to. When I finally decided to link him, I instantly knew I was going to regret it. Oh, I hate that when you know it and it be like, damn, I'm already here. Hey, like, I went to his house. He had a bottle of Hennessy and one thing led to another, or so I thought. Prior to this day, it's been a year since I had sex. So in my head, I'm just like, fuck it, girl. You ain't getting none in so long, so do your shit. Rep your city, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm thinking I'm about to go get my back blown the fuck out. Boy, was I wrong. His dick and head game was so fucking trash. I wanted to fucking cry so bad because he was talking all that shit in text messages, but when it came to deliver, it was not giving what it was supposed to give. Please keep in mind that he was off the Henny, so you know I was pissed. Yeah, because that should have gave him the superpowers. He should have been like really on it at that point, but maybe. He kept trying to hit it from the back, and I was just like, bro, you don't even have enough dick for all of this ass. It literally kept slipping out every stroke, and he was still moaning. I know my shit good, but sir, you're stroking air right now. Why are you still moaning? Laughing my ass off. He was trying to go rounds, and I really wasn't understanding why. Every time his penis would slip out, he would start to get soft, and he would ask me to play with him to get him back up. And at this point, I was ready to get dressed and dip up out of there. The 30 seconds he did stay in there, he kept asking, whose pussy is this? Sir. And she said, sir, not the fuck yours. I think he got mad because I wasn't answering him, but how could he blame me? Laughing my ass off. I couldn't even take it no more, so I told him I had to use the bathroom. But by this time, I hear a female voice. He opened the room door and he told me it was across the hall. He would have to go to the... Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, I couldn't take it anymore, so I told him I had to go to the bathroom. But by this time, I hear a female voice. He opened his door and told me it was across the hall. He wanted me to go to the bathroom naked, knowing damn well his mom was there. I looked at him like he had 10 heads, because what the fuck? I would never go to the bathroom naked, knowing damn well his mom was there. Oh, okay, not bad. I looked at him like he had 10 heads, because what the fuck? I would never disrespect anybody's mother like that. Shit, I would have went home, and if I would have known she was home. I came back from the bathroom. He started ripping my clothes off, trying to fuck again. And I'm just like, boy, lay the fuck down and go to sleep or something. I waited for him to go to sleep and went home. Never again. Months go by, and I posted on Facebook, a consistent sneaky link is all a girl need. Why the fuck he gonna text me like I thought I was your sneaky link? Who the fuck told his dumb ass that? Because I didn't. He still texts me to this day, and I just dub his shit. I honestly don't know why he don't get the hint. I told myself I would never speak of this embarrassing story ever again, but after I spoke to my girls about it, they told me if I didn't come, then it don't count. Period. No, it's funny because I swear it be crazy because some men really just don't get the picture. It's funny because it's this one boy, like he asked me like, did you ever tell a story about me yet? And I'm like, no, and you should be happy I have not. Like, I didn't tell him you should be happy I have not, but I'm just so confused at where and what point in our situation was it anything to brag about. But I'm just like, okay, when I get on you, don't be mad. But no, it's crazy because some people just can't take hints and it be like, the fuck. But thank you so much for sharing. He is a weirdo, because why would you think I'm gonna walk to your bathroom naked with your mom in there like, hey mom, do you remember me from elementary? Yeah, I'm grown up. Like, what? This is the last but not least, because your girl got some food on the way and yeah, I'm hungry. All right, so this is the last but not least. So it says, hey boo, let me first start off by saying I'm here for all of your story times. They literally give me what needs to be gave, and I'm here for it. I would get into the whole spiel about how I love you and we should be friends because you're like my alter ego and all that, but I don't want to be weird, so I'm gonna just skip all that. No, you good, sis. You're not weird at all. You good. All right, let's get into her story. Anyway, let me tell you about this crazy situation I ended up in a couple of years ago. So back in high school, I was dating this dude, right? A little older than me, but not by much. I was a freshman and he was a junior. Well, I'm not going to get too much into the background because I'll literally have you here all motherfucking night. Let's just say me and dude got some history. But moving forward, time goes by, dudes end up having a baby with another chick. I move on with my life also. I moved into my own place, got a new job, went back to school, and you know, was just doing my thing, living life. Well, after a while, he reached out to me to hang out. And I was like, fool. And like a fool, I agree. Because, well, I was just young and dumb, I guess. Yeah, let's just blame it on that. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Dude was my first love. And we all know that saying about you never gonna get over your first love. Which is just, well, just let me add, this is bullshit, by the way. Because, honey, let me just tell you, after the hell this man put me through, over it. Couldn't begin to describe how I feel about this man. Anyway, so dude reached out on some, how you been? I miss you. Let's kick it type stuff. And I'm like, okay, bet. I miss you too. Let's link. So we do that initial time we spent. I'm sure he started to remember why he ever fucked with me in the first place. I'm a motherfucking vibe. Period, sis. So we decided to start spending more time with each other. Eventually, we decided to go a little further than just talking and started dating, I guess you could say. Now, before anybody starts judging, let me point out that I made it my priority to sit down and have an official conversation about what we were doing and what he had going on with his baby mama, because we all know how that go. So dude spins it like it ain't that deep. She is around, but that's the only way I could see my kid, because she's bitter, but she knows that they ain't together. And I ain't got nothing much to worry about, right? Okay, so keep this in mind. So we doing our thing. He's at my place, and all the time he's at my place all the time, so he eventually got a key and everything. We took a trip on my birthday and all that good stuff, right? It's funny because as I'm telling this story, I'm thinking of all the backstories that tie into this, and I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed all over again. But never mind that. So anyway, one night after work, he came over, and I vividly remember asking him beforehand, did he want to just skip coming over that night, because he said he had to get his son at 5 in the morning while his baby mama works. And mind you, it's already like 12 when I get off. And I was tired as hell anyway, so I literally literally wouldn't have bothered me if he decided to pass. But this nigga decides to stay. However, he was like, I'm not going to stay tonight. I'm going to just kick it with you for a few hours, and then I'm going to go home before she drops off my kid. I'm like, okay, cool. So we ended up falling asleep. He woke up a couple of hours later, asking me to drop him off, which God knows I didn't want to do because I was sleepy as hell. But I get up. And I'm like, just drive there and I'll get in the driver's seat when you get out the car. Now, I must have fallen asleep on the way, because all I remember is him tapping me up for a kiss to get in the driver's seat. His brother was parked across the street. I remember this little detail because I was pissed off that he couldn't just come get him, since he was up obviously waiting for him anyway. Now, when dude gets out of the car, he immediately starts to cross the street where his brother is, and I walked around to my driver's seat. Tell me why, as soon as I sit my ass in the seat, this random car zooms up fast as fuck, and a girl with a pissed off mad face hops out screaming. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I seen it was his baby mama, and I just drove off because I'm like, what the fuck that gotta do with me? Why this bitch hop back in her car and start following me? So I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, because I would have drove off too, because it's like, that ain't got shit to do with me. That's you and your baby mama problem. So I called and I'm like, is this your baby mama in the white car? And he hesitated but was like, yes. And I'm like, she's following me. Why is she following me? And he like, I don't know. The bitch is weird. What do you mean? I don't know. Like, just like, whatever. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? And are you still fucking with her? And he's like, hell no, but don't go home. And I'm like, okay, but what do you want me to do? Should I pull over? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I ain't got many choices here, and out of respect for you, I'm asking, how do you want me to handle it? Tell me why this motherfucker gonna say, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me, but don't come back this way, don't pull over, and don't go home. That's it. What? No, he did not say that ain't got nothing to do with me. Nigga, this is your baby mama. What is you talking about? And don't come here. Oh, I would have been like, yeah, I'm pulling up. That's literally all he says, and I'm sitting there shocked as fuck that this is even happening to me. So I just hung up the phone, and I'm like, okay, bitch, let's do this. Mind you, it's 3 or 4 in the morning. We're pretty much the only cars in this area, and this bitch is literally chasing my car. I still to this day don't know why I didn't just say fuck him and get out and fight, but I didn't, shaking my head. I listened to his dog ass. After a little while, I realized we obviously couldn't do this all night, so I stopped just to see what would happen next. Why this bitch smack her car into the side of mine? I could not fucking believe it. So I called my mom and I was telling her what's happening just in case anything popped off. Because mind you, I was by myself and she was half asleep, but she was telling me to drive to the police station. She was telling me to call the police and let them know I'm coming and make the girl follow me there. Which wasn't a bad idea in my head, because I'm like, as long as I report it ahead of time and they know I didn't initiate this. I'm in the clip. And I didn't initiate this. I'm in the clear if anything does pop off, because I thought we was about to fight, and I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna use a weapon on her big ass. So I'm like, okay, bet, that's a great idea. So I pull up into the street knowing she would follow me. After a while, she must have figured out where I was headed, because she turned away And as bad as I wanted to report her ass, I didn't, because I know a hit and run holds some weight, and I didn't want to take her from her child by putting her in jail, even though her ass deserved it. And I got a question. Okay, let me finish. I was going to say, was the baby in the car? I started to make her pay for my car, but I couldn't do that without filing a report. So I just went through my insurance and got it fixed on my own. But why this bitch gonna write me on social media talking about, is you the one fucking my baby daddy? Why is you dropping him off at 3 in the morning? I didn't write back because, girl, fuck you. And then she wrote me again talking about, you hit my car and I want some insurance. That time I wrote her ass back because I had to let her know that she couldn't be getting a red cent out of me, and that she better let go before she ended up paying for my car and find her ass in jail. Cause bitch, how I hit you from the side? Exactly, like my car just went like. And were you not chasing me? That's reckless endangerment. Mind you, there was still a recording call I made to the police that I know her ass didn't know I made when everything was happening. I never mentioned her name in the car, but after the dumbass message she's just sent me incriminating herself, it would be nothing to prove she was the one at fault. Anyway, I just know you're wondering what happened to dude. Well, long story short, I kept fucking with him, and of course even more crazy shit happened until I finally decided I was done. And would you believe even that was hell? The nigga couldn't just leave me in peace, shaking my head. Anyway, I know this story was long as hell. I tried to cut out as much as possible, but that's the story of my ex and his crazy baby mama. That is crazy. I have really a lot of questions. Was the baby in the car? What the fuck was wrong with that bitch? Oh no, I would have, shit, hello 911, hello CPS. I'm sorry, but no, for real. And the fact that he said that's not my problem, like, what? Yeah, him and her, But thank you so much, sis, for sharing. But y'all, my DoorDash is here, so I'm about to go eat my food. And what time is it? It's about to be, it's 11:22. Y'all know I work best at night. It's 11:22, finna be midnight. So I'm gonna eat my food, probably edit this video now. I might wait till tomorrow, I don't know. But eat my food, edit this video, get it uploaded for y'all so it could be up tomorrow for Subbie Sunday. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow all of my socials in the description box below, and thank you.